Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another installment of Scott Selections here for Saturday, February 20th. Before getting today's play, a quick recap of what happened yesterday. We ended up having a nice day. We ended up winning our only play with Boise State -1.5 and -110 on DraftKings. Game was pretty close. Boise State was down, I believe, 7 at the half. Then went on a pretty big run early in the second half to tie the game. And then down the stretch, Alston took over, and Boise State ended up winning the game by 4. So it was a nice winner there, a nice bounce back. And Boise State, once again, remains undefeated at home, as this team has looked really, really good in front of its, I'd say, home crowdish. If you have some fans in attendance, not many. But Utah State, I talked about how this team hadn't really beaten anybody on the road. They beat a bunch of bottom feeders, and they definitely struggled down the stretch against the superior team. But either way, we're going to be looking for another winner here in college basketball on Saturday. I know I wasn't available for the joint video because I was traveling to Florida. But now, of course, I'm settled in, so for that reason, we're going to be resuming the normal schedule. And for the play of the day, we're going to be looking at a matchup. It's going to be on a total between Eastern Kentucky and Southeast Missouri State. And we're going to be taking the over 147.5 and -108 on DraftKings, a time recording of 1:13 a.m. Eastern time. Now, I know Eastern Kentucky was a team we backed earlier this week towards the over, as it ended up facing off against Tennessee Tech. And that game ended up going over, as that game landed in the 150s. And for some reason, they keep pricing Eastern Kentucky games in the high 140s, and that's simply way too low for this Eastern Kentucky team. If you want to look at the line movement so far, it has gone from 147.5 to 148 in most spots. Still available, though, at 147.5 on DraftKings. This one should probably close, I'd say, north of 150. I really don't see how this line's going to come down at any time. Looking at the actual trends for both teams, first of all, if you're actually into trends, the over is 8-0 in Eastern Kentucky's last 8 games following a straight-up win. The over is also 7-2 in Southeast Missouri State's last 9 home games versus a team with a winning road record. If you want to actually look at the recent results of both teams, Eastern Kentucky has gone over in each of its last 5 games and 10 of its last 11 games. So these games have been flying over the total, and the markets have been really behind on actually placing these totals for Eastern Kentucky games properly. And I think that's simply the case once again. And Southeast Missouri State has also gone over in each of its last 3 games. So I do expect a lot of points in this one. Now, looking at Eastern Kentucky, the main thing to keep in mind is the tempo that this team plays at, and is one of the fastest paces in the entire country. Eastern Kentucky ranks 4th in the entire country in adjusted offensive tempo, according to KenPom, where Southeast Missouri State ranks 176th. So I do think that this game will follow a similar style to Eastern Kentucky's last, I'd say, games for about a month or two, where they're just going to be going up and down constantly, probably going to end up scoring 85 to 90-plus points, and you'll just see a track meet breakout between these two teams. Plus, if you want to actually look at Southeast Missouri, this team defensively is not very good, and I think that Eastern Kentucky should capitalize and probably, I'd say, potentially take advantage of them in both halves here. I know that it's a road game for Eastern Kentucky, so you might have to worry a little bit about a poor performance, but Eastern Kentucky is also giving up 73.6 points per game, and I do think that Southeast Missouri, after having a pretty interesting back-to-back there against Austin Peay, I think this team will partake in a track meet, and you'll see a ton of points between these two teams. At the end of the day, it really comes down to the fact that Eastern Kentucky keeps going over, and until the markets fully adjust, which I don't think they have, I got to keep taking the over until Eastern Kentucky fails me. So the play of the day, once again, here for Saturday, February 20th, is going to be an Eastern Kentucky and Southeast Missouri State, over 147.5 and -108 on DraftKings. That's been Scott Selection. Good luck to all of you and your respective bets today. Bye, everyone.